Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. All right, you guys, so it is the final budget video of the year, the very last one, and I'm so thankful. Excuse me. Okay, so the last one of the year, and I have all of my numbers written out. I've got all my printouts done. My cash, okay, y'all hold on one second.
All right, he's taking the pain medicine.
Very good.
He has this. Sorry, he has this thing on.
Yep, that's exactly what he's supposed to look like. Do y'all want to see Buster Brown? Look, I'm on live.
Oh, sorry.
Where's the dog?
Oh, the dog.
Hey, Buster. Say hey, buddy. He just had surgery today, y'all, so he is not feeling the best.
I didn't realize you were on.
No, it's okay. I answered right, so it's all good. But I'll call you back.
Okay. All right,
okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay. All right, y'all. Sorry. He just had surgery, and of course, she is a new surgery dog mom because her other dog has not had surgery at all. And I was helping her out. Okay. Time to tell your brother to check the group chat. Time to budget, right? We got to get this thing, this last budget of the year has got to be put to bed. And y'all, it's really, really close. It's tight this time as far as what the numbers are looking like. And I'm well over my budget. I am like $1,300 over. But that is if I put some savings in, and I did put some savings in. But we'll have to see. A couple of things, something came up unexpectedly with Jackson again today. So I had to get that all situated and straightened out. I got it done, but you know, it's just one thing after another with some people, children. It's me, I'm some people. So anywho, we're going to turn our, I'm going to share with you my sheet. Again, I use the MYMT personal budget worksheet for anybody that is asking or wanting to know what I use. This is what I use and what I've used for the last 5, 6 years now, maybe. I don't even remember. Hey, ma'am. Good to see y'all. I'm glad you're here. It's just us tonight. No other platforms. It's just us YouTubers. We are out here living our best life. Okay. So here is our budget sheet for the month. Let me see. I'm going to try to go so I can catch any comments that we might have that'll come through while I am managing. Tell my sister she made the thumbnail. All right. So I'm doing the I use the MYMT personal budget worksheet. Okay, we don't like that screen. Can y'all see? Can y'all see well enough with that screen like that? Somebody let me know in the chat if you can see well enough that screen like that, or do you prefer it bigger? Because I can change it. Y'all tell me if you can see it. Okay, I'm going to keep moving until somebody tells me differently. All right, so of course our categories are monthly payroll deposit. We don't like it like that? Okay. Let me see if I can fix it. Why? How about that? Oh, okay. How about this now? Okay. I think this is what I typically do when I do this one. Is it still? Okay. That I'm hopeful that's better. Okay. I can't see it, but you can see it. All right. So monthly payroll deposit, child support, one mom revenue, travel reimbursements, unexpected gifts, blessings, or funds transferred. So I only so far have had my payroll deposit deposited in, and we actually got that the 27th. So the last working day of the month, whatever day that was, I think it was the 27th of November, we got paid. And my paycheck was $3,378.62. So that was what I had to budget just my paycheck. Now, moving down into expenses, my mortgage, the mortgage is $957.73. I pay $1,000, so 42.27 goes to my additional principal. So that's how I ended up at $1,000. So I went ahead and put 42.27 to my principal, and my mortgage now is, let me think. If I were to sell my house, just based on the mortgage estimation of what my house would sell for, where I live, 5 years old, 6 years, however long. No, 8 years now. We moved in here in 16. 8 years. I would profit $268,000 to pay off my mortgage. Paying off my mortgage, if I got the price that it says my house is worth now, I would profit $260,000 just on the sale of my house. Now, it would take that much to put back into a property in the area that I live, because we are one of the fastest growing counties. It's extremely expensive to live here. So I'm living much better than a lot of people. My mortgage is well below $1,000, and most people's rent is not even below $1,000 anymore where I live. So I'm going to sit on my house until the Lord sends me somewhere else. When I get a husband, I'll sell this house and take all of that equity, all that, whatever, capital, whatever, and put it towards our home, because another person can't fit in this house. But because I have made, I've been paying ahead a little bit at a time, not a ton, but a little bit at a time. My payoff number, I think I'm $30,000 less than I was a couple of years ago when I first started doing a little bit extra. I think I'm now $30,000 less. It's really going quickly. I'm not at the point of paying it off, but it is going much quicker than it had been in the past. Okay. Utilities is $161.20. Now, if you notice here, I did not take this out of my main paycheck because I had made enough in YouTube income last month to pay it from that. So I pushed over money to pay it, and I was able to pay it out of my YouTube income. I did have to pay the water bill, which was $107.71. Have not paid the cell phone bill yet. I'm going to wait until Dad sends over money to pay the cell phone bill. The internet, I did pay at $94.99. Now, a lot of my sinking fund things I have not paid yet. I'm going to wait until I get some additional monies coming down the line, and then I will pay those sinking fund things. Because right now, just in my base pay, I can't afford the sinking funds. But I did put in $50 for household repairs. Household miscellaneous, I don't anticipate buying anything. I'm really trying to curb spending in the What in the devil? Okay, sorry, y'all. I just saw something come by. Oh, okay. Shamika paid me some money for Jackson. Jackson has, oh, Jackson has cost me more money than any of my children put together, I think. And he's having the real full, what do I want to call it? He's having the full high school experience because he needs everything. And next year he'll be a senior and he'll need everything plus all the other things. And it's a lot. So household repairs, we're always going to put something in there because you never know when things happen. Things just happen. Miscellaneous, I'm trying to curb any additional spending. Excuse me, y'all. That's just a tick that happens when I turn this camera on. And not make any randomized purchases is what I'm really trying to do. Or I want to make sure that I have money set aside for any purchases that need to be made. Just random household stuff. It's Christmas. I'm not buying any Christmas decor. We're not putting up a ton. I got my tree up. That's it. I might put out a few little knickknacks that I have had for all these years, but we're not even putting ornaments on the tree. We're just going to have it, we're just going to have the Christmas tree lights because it's already pre-lit. Other than that, I'm not putting stuff outside. I'm not doing anything different color schemes. None of that. I'm not in the mood for it, but I also don't want to spend the money on it. Lawn care. So Mr. Jerome is done cutting grass for the season. My season goes from April till October usually. He actually just came back in November for a quick cut because I just had him come back. It was fine. But December, January, February, March, April. So it's usually 6 months that I don't have Mr. Jerome cut the grass. And then that money that I save from grass cutting either goes into Mr. Jerome coming over and doing a huge project in the yard or the garden. So there are some things I need him to do, some dirt I need him to bring in for the garden. And so whatever monies that I don't use for Mr. Jerome, I'll take that money and then I will funnel it over until it's time to use him again. My recycling, my pest control, and my yearly pest spray, that's $54 between all three of those items, which are sinking funds. Now, my Roth IRA, I'm going to start funding that again in January of 25 because I really need to get some money put away for retirement. I really have not done well with retirement just because I didn't understand it at the time. And so I need to do a little bit better I think that's baby step number 4 is investments. And I need to get my head wrapped around baby step number 4. And so I've got to do better with my Roth IRA. That's a second Roth. I have one that is through my work. This is something different. Okay. Amazon Prime is a sinking fund. I usually do that because that renews in January. PureFlix is a sinking fund at $11. Health Wage Gym is $29. Now, my health insurance is changing in January. We are going from Blue Cross Blue Shield to Aetna. Now, because I got in under the Health Ways when it was Blue Cross Blue Shield, I called to check. I said, my insurance is changing. Does this put me out of the program? And the person said, if you're in, you're in. Now, once they leave, once we don't have Blue Cross anymore, you can't do it. But if you in, you in. So I don't have to stop doing my gym membership the way I'm doing it now, even though my health insurance is changing. Jackson's Gym is $42. I always do some federal and state withholding taxes, but I don't know what that is ahead of time. High school curriculum is $50. New cameras, $20. Garden projects is $120. So that was cash. If it's green, that means I took it out in cash. Monthly food expense. Now I have $300 here, but I'm going to do $50 a week for 4 weeks and take $100 right off the top and put it into my savings envelope. My summer groceries is $100. And then for my monthly preps, I have $100 for Azure Standard, which I placed my order today. And if anybody is interested and you have never ordered from Azure Standard before, use my code Shakema Wilson 1, and that'll just help me get a referral code. So $50 went to preps and $100 went to Azure Standard. And I just placed my order today. We're hoping to get a drop in our area. We have not been successful the last 2 months to get our drop in, but it's been close. Let me see. No eating out or holiday money or entertainment, none of that. Although I did not plan in for Christmas breakfast. Well, it's just going to be the kids and I this year. Usually we have a couple friends come. They're unable to come this year. My kids are not coming home this year because we just went to California in May. And so we don't want to spend a whole nother expense going out to California. I think it was like $1,600 or $1,700 for all three of us to go out to California in May. Going in December, I don't even want to know what the price is going to be. So we're just not doing it. But I will have some foods in there. Prayerfully, it'll be covered by my grocery budget. But if not, I'll work it out. Now, January, we are coming up on the no spend grocery challenge with Jessica over at Three Rivers Homestead. So we are going to do the no spend January. I don't know if we'll do January and February, but we will do January for sure. And so what I plan to do with that money is I just plan to put it into my savings account. I don't plan anything else. I don't want to make a big meat purchase. I don't want to do a big Azure Standard haul. I may need to by the time we get done with January, because we did an excellent job cleaning out over the last couple weeks, getting that freezer really cleaned out good. But I don't want to allocate those funds for anything other than savings. Right now, savings is my main goal in 25. I had some unexpected things come up in 24, and that really tapped out a lot of my savings that I had. So I'm kind of starting fresh, and I want to make sure that I am saving what I need to save. I had some trips come up, some unexpected things, and I just don't want to get into any problems, moving forward. Personal care, I got to get my hair colored. I'm getting my hair dyed again. I got my nails done, and then Jackson gets 2 haircuts. So $100 includes a tip for my hair. Nails are $40. Jackson's 2 haircuts are $60. So that is $200. His dad just got his haircut for Thanksgiving, so that cuts me down 1 haircut. So that extra $30 can go to something else. My P.O. box, $17. Okay, if you look up here, it says clothes and shoes, $41.95. Jackson joined he got inducted into National Honor Society. They had to pay their dues, which were $20. Okay, if they didn't pay them by today, they were on probation. I don't know how you get inducted into a academic club and then get put on probation because you don't pay your dues, but they didn't give us a deadline for the dues either. So I went ahead and paid that. But then she was like, well, he needs a National Honor Society apparel. Well, what for? Well, when they go do their volunteer work, they suggest they wear National Honor Society shirt. Okay. Well, I got Jackson a hoodie because he likes to wear the hoodies. But as I'm thinking about it now, I probably should have gotten a long sleeve t-shirt because that would have looked a little bit more professional depending on where he wanted to go to volunteer. He wants to go to the hospital, and I don't know that I would like to have my son go to the hospital to volunteer in his hoodie. A long sleeve t-shirt would have been much better. So that's going to cost me another $15. I'm not going to buy it right now. I can go on and pay for it later. But right now I ordered the hoodie. $1.95 was the process fee to process my credit card. My debit card. Sorry, not my credit card. Okay. Moving down, vacation. That is a sinking fund, $50. Jackson's savings. Now, for Jackson's savings for the month of December, we take that money. November, December, his money goes for Christmas gifts. So he can buy his own gifts, and mom doesn't have to spend her money. Sister has taken over her Christmas gift money 2 years ago. And so I have not given sister any money for Christmas in 2 years to buy gifts. She's taken that over. Well, I wanted Jackson to have some sense of, ownership. So I take that money that I would normally put in his savings account, and that is what he uses for Christmas money. He'll have between $175 to $200. That's all the money he gets. He's got to make it stretch. Gracie and Gweenie, I had $150 allocated for them. However, that was for their Simperica Trio and food. However, a friend of mine named Tamika had bought her dog the same food that my dogs eat because there were some allergy issues, but her dog doesn't like it. So she brought me a practically brand new bag of dog food, which takes out the $95 it costs for food. And now I just have to pay for their heartworm, tick, flea and tick medicine. So that's all I have to pay for this month as far as the dogs. Jackson's Global Cash account, I try to keep $40 in there at all times, but Jackson likes to go and buy stuff at the grocery store. If Jackson's going to spend money, it's going to be at the grocery store. The $100 here, I just had that transferred into the sinking fund account, so I did that today. Moving down for gas, $200 is what I allocate for gas. However, I'm going to do $150 at, I think it was like, I'm going to do $30 a week. That $37.50, that would be extra it's $7.50 extra. So $28, $29, that $30, I use that to buy something. I can't remember what I bought, but I bought something already. And so $50 from that gas budget is going automatically into the savings. So from my gas and grocery money, I'm taking $150 and putting that automatically into savings. If I do that all next year, $150 times 10 is $1,500 plus another $150. So that would be $1,800 that I would save just from gas and grocery money. If I can do that all year next year, it'll be $1,800 into savings. That on top of, if I can manage to save $500 every month, that would give me $6,000. If I could do all of that, that would put me sitting at $7,800 saved next year. If I could manage to save an extra $500 and take $150 from my gas and groceries. So that's my plan. That's my small plan. And prayerfully, nothing interferes with that, right? I can't always promise, but that's my plan. Oil change, $20, tires, 16. My license and registration is $147. And car insurance, that's mainly car insurance. Tithe is $560, and my extra ministry is $270. I plan $500 for savings, and then my editing software that I use to do videos and reels and stuff, that renews in December at $14.99. It renews once a year. And so that put me at $4,697.90. Now, if I take off the $500 in savings, that takes me back to $4,197, which only puts me short $800, which when Dad sends child support, that should cover everything. However, I still want to make sure that I have some savings. And remember, I was using, I use some of my income, some of my one mom income I use for sinking funds. Okay, let me stop sharing that. Come back to here. So some of that one mom income I use for sinking funds. I did get income from Temu last month in their affiliate program. I think they really, unless your negotiation skills are better than mine, I don't get a ton of paid sponsorships much, but I am in their affiliate program. So if you use my link, if you order from Temu and you use my link, I got to make sure it's down in the description box below. But if you use my link, I do get some kickback from that. I get a little bit of use from that. So anybody that orders from there, if you want to use my link, my code, that would help me out. I made $125 from them this past month that I put into my sinking fund for my car insurance. I didn't make the whole amount, but I still have about $74, $75 that's pending, right? So I do a review. Usually it's a clothing review, and then I submit it. When I submit it, then they will tell me if it's approved or not. If it's approved, I make $50 to upload it to YouTube. And then if I take the same video and I share it to Instagram and TikTok, I make $15. So I think last cycle I did 3 videos, and that gave me $200. I made $200, and I only did 3 videos, and I just shared it to multiple places. In addition to that, a couple people did use my code, and my Temu code is ACN 360578758. Don't take my word on that. ACN 3605758 is my code. And so if anybody uses that code, it gives me a little bit of a credit. Like today, I think I made 69 cents. I got an email saying I made 69 cents. I'll take that 69 cents. But that gave me $200, which helped the 120. Well, I tithe off of that. So $18 went to tithe. And then I take $18 to taxes. So that was $36. So a little bit less than $100 went to my car insurance. And then when that extra $75 post, I'll do tithe off that. I'll pay 15% to taxes. And then the rest of that will go into the insurance to make up for November's insurance. And then I'll work towards December's insurance. Now, I do have a Paper Sunday deposit that should be coming Friday on the 6th. And for the first time in very few months, my YouTube estimated revenue is up by a few dollars, right? I haven't made any more than 400. I've only made over $1,000 on YouTube the whole time I've been on YouTube twice. I've only made that much money, even with 55,000 subscribers. It's down to views, and I just don't make a ton. I was looking at somebody else, and they said, well, I might make enough to cover my grocery budget for the month. And I was thinking, surely they make more than that. Unless you have a high number of views, you just don't make it. But I have enough to cover the utilities. I have enough to cover the water, and I've got some extra income, some extra business expenses. So my business expenses are my website that used to be free. It's now $39 a month. It's no longer free. That's why I started using it, because it was free. Now it's no longer free. What else comes out of that? Okay, I have my meeting space because I use a membership. I do membership meetings. So that costs me $9.99 a month. Then I have my Canva that costs me $12.99 a month. So between those 3 things, Canva, 13, 23, and 40, that's $63 in business expenses. So I have to make that much on YouTube just to cover those couple of things. And plus the utilities and the water, I used to pay those out of there, but I'm having to pay that out of my paycheck now. But on one of my other platforms, I had a really good month. Last month, I think I made $85 on that platform. And so far, I'm at $197 on that same platform. I had 2 videos go viral. One was at 102,000 and one is at 647,000 views. So I had that video go viral, which helped my bottom line, or will help me for December. So right before the Christmas time, that will help to fund the entire car insurance and then a couple of the little sinking funds. So I'm working towards making enough on those little side things that I'm able to keep more of my paycheck for my thing, for me, or make sure it all covers itself. What else did I want to say on here? Okay, I got cash out for the garden. I got cash out for groceries, summer groceries, monthly preps, gas, and then the personal money to the total of $970. I got out 8 quarters, 8 ones, 4 fives, 6 tens, 14 20s, 6 50s, and 3 $100 bills. That totaled up to $970. And so I've just gone through and I have written out on my sheet. I could have typed it in, but I didn't. Written out on my sheet what were my cash categories. And then I also was able to then print out a copy of my the notes that I put on each money thing. I write out notes, and so I was able to print out my notes to remind myself why I did something, right? So the utilities was business account. The second thing was my Capital One 360. Jackson's Gym, I'm going to do child support. Mr. Jerome, I'm saving his money for the next couple weeks. What I'm doing with my groceries, this much for savings, this much per week. So all of those things I just wrote out because I don't always remember, right, everything, and I wanted to make sure. 2 things that I did not count on. Let me see. Number 8. What was number 8? Oh, that was Jackson's money. But I have always been taught, especially as an educator, you take care of your cafeteria ladies and you take care of your custodians. I don't eat in the cafeteria, so those ladies don't know who I am. So I am not stressed out about that. But I do have a custodian lady. Her name is Miss Brenda, and she cleans my office almost every day, I'm sure. And so I want to get her something for Christmas. I'm going to do what I believe is the best and just give her cash, because I could come up with all the gifts in the world and it's probably nothing she wants anyway. So I'm just going to give her cash. I could give her a gift card, but maybe she don't want to shop where I want her to shop, where I get the gift card to. So I'm going to put cash in an envelope. And then there's another custodian, Mr. Charles, who if I need something moved or, if I need manly things done, Mr. Charles will come over and help me out. This morning I forgot my keys and to get into my office, and he had to come all the way to the other building to let me in, and he's done that several times. Last year he helped me out, and I've only forgot my keys today. So I want to give Mr. Charles something. There are plenty more custodians in our building, but they are not my custodians and have not helped me personally. So I've got to account for that. Now I have money in my Christmas fund. My son-in-law, I've already sent his Christmas gift. He already told me what he wanted. He wanted it now. So I sent it now. He's redoing his bedroom, and so they got a new bed, and he wanted some kind of duvet thing to go on it. Shamika don't care about that stuff, but he wanted it. And so I went ahead and paid for that. And it's going to them. And I already paid for Alana's gift. We did it as a family. We did a family thing and split it up. So I sent that money over already. She don't know that. She just asked for money, but Alana's a gift person. So we already did that. So those are done. And I set aside a specific amount of money for each child, including my son-in-law. And then whatever's left is different little gifts I need to give out to my sister, different ones here and there. And so there should be enough to cover those 2 gifts, plus get something for everybody else. And that's just all I'm doing for the year. But there it is, y'all. That is the skinny of it. Now, I know that a lot of people do their wrap up at the end of the month. I'll try my best. Sometimes I'm just going too fast and I'm doing too much to get any more things done. I do have my money that I need to stuff envelopes with. Jackson didn't hand it to me, and it's over there, so I can't get it right now. So I'll stuff my envelopes to make sure that I have that all done. But my priorities for 2025 is to definitely make sure that I'm putting my savings money away. I was doing so good, so good. And then with social media income dropping and Jackson having to go to the ER and a couple other things, it just took away the savings. Then I had to go on a trip and it was a little bit more expensive than I had planned. So my ministry account, I used all of that, but then I had to use some additional money. So that took all the monies. I went to speak last week in South Carolina and they did give me a love offering from that. So I had money to replenish the ministry account. I'm speaking this Saturday morning in Hamlet, North Carolina, at a ladies event. And so I don't know if they will give me a love offering or not. I don't have an honorarium. I don't charge to come and speak. I just go speak. And it's one of my tightest two ladies. It's her ministry. And so I'm going to bless them there. If they do, I will take that money and put it towards the ministry account. And so my priority is just to save. However, Jackson is going to be a senior. That means senior pictures. That means college tours. So we may have to go places and stay overnight and all of the things. So it's going to prove challenging to save what I want to save. But I'm going to make that my goal. Excuse me, y'all. I'm going to make that my goal to get the savings done. Okay. All right. There it is. Get y'all's budgets done. Let me know where you're focusing, what your goals are for this month. I felt really good. I wrote down all of my things, all of my notes, and then I printed out all the notes that I took on the spreadsheet specific. And this helps me. It just helps me to stay organized. Color coding my cash categories that was new this month just helps me to stay organized and to maintain the records. So anywho, y'all, there it is. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys the next time. Thank y'all again. We'll see you guys.